Today we are at Ruth Eckerd Hall here in Clearwater, Florida, and we are very excited to have with us.
I'm James Keegan. I play the role of Lord of the Dance.
Very exciting. We're excited to be here. So tell us a little bit about your character tonight. What can everybody expect for the show?
So I play the Good Lord. You've just met Zoltan, who's the Dark Lord.
Yes.
So we're basically dueling it out throughout the show for like you said, it's good versus evil, and with a love story entwined. And we're trying to make all things good and make good prevail.
Well, so we just met, the good and bad, all in 5 minutes, right? And then tell us also a little bit like the costumes and like the getting ready process. How long does that take for you guys to get ready and all of that?
Yeah, the girls have it a little bit rougher than we do. They have to, get the hair and the curling the hair and lots of makeup. The guys, it's not as difficult, but no, we come in and we rehearse for a while. We all eat together, and then we start warming up together. So I guess you could say we warm up at an hour before the show. Girls are getting ready a little bit before that, as I said, with all the other stuff. But yeah, we do a good warm up, get the heart rate up, get the muscles warm, stretch a lot, all the usual things for a dancer, and then it's showtime, and before you know it, we've 2 hours goes by like that, and we've just pleased another crowd, so it's a great feeling.
Today we are at Ruth Eckerd Hall at Flatley's Lord of the Dance, and we are with us today. We have with us.
Hi, I'm Caroline Gray.
And she's one of the dancers here tonight. So tell us a little bit about your character. What do you play tonight?
I play the role of Saoirse. So she is kind of the good girl in the story, which is quite a nice role to play because you get to be smiley and elegant and all of that kind of stuff. So she kind of has a bit of a love interest with the Lord. So you have a bit of a love story intertwined throughout the whole story. I won't tell you the ending as you haven't seen the show. So you'll have to come and see it. But yeah, I love playing my character. She's great.
Oh, that's great. We love a good love story. So we're excited for it and dancing in the whole thing, and we're excited. So being that you're a good character, does that mean more white clothing? What is your costumes like? Everything like that?
It does, definitely. My costume for the first number is kind of like a rose gold colour, but it's all sequins. So it's very sparkly, it's very glittery, very girly. So the 4-year-old little girl that came to see the show in me is like buzzing every time she puts that costume on.
That's amazing.
And then my costume for the second half is kind of based on a wedding dress. So it's a lot of lace. It has like mesh sleeves and stuff. So yeah, they're very pretty costumes. I love dancing in them.
Wow, and did they custom design them for you specifically, or is that just based on Lord of the Dance? Obviously, that's the same costumes.
Yeah, they have been. All of the good girls actually have their own set of costumes. So there's 3 of us in the rotation at the moment. So the costumes get designed around like your shape, your figure, maybe like your hairstyle, whatever kind of suits you the best. So yeah, they're custom made for us, which is really special.
Wow, and then tell us actually like being on the stage. What is that really like for you? That whole feeling.
It's brilliant. It's really hard to describe. I've been dancing I started dancing when I was 4, so I performed on stage for competitions pretty much every weekend for, well, my whole life. But then joining the show and having the spotlights on you when you dance lead and everything, it's just it's a really, really special feeling and something that I'll always be grateful for and never get tired of.
Wow, and what was that process like for you to get this role?
I joined the show in 2012. I auditioned maybe a year later. So you kind of get told, oh, we think you might be suitable for this role. Can you learn it? Can you start practicing it? So you put the hard work, in. You audition, and then I was lucky enough to be chosen as one of the good girls. So yeah, I was very lucky.
Wow, that's awesome. And obviously, that was the role that you wanted. Like that's like kind of what you dreamt of. Like
It was, yeah. I've played bad girl and good girl, so I'm very lucky that I've been able to do the 2. Yeah, so I started off as bad girl and then I got switched over to good girl. So yeah, I count myself extremely lucky that I've had the pleasure of performing both roles.
wow. And what was it like playing the bad girl? Obviously, like what's that like?
It was fun. It was a lot of fun, yeah. Because naturally, I would like to say that I am a bit of a good girl. So to play the bad girl was a lot more acting involved for me, it was good fun. I really enjoyed it.
Today we are at Ruth Eckerd Hall, and we are very glad to have with us.
I'm Mary Mirasola.
And she is a dancer from Flatley's Lord of the Dance. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Very good. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about being a dancer on this tour.
So I played the role as Morgan, and it's the temptress in the show. So I kind of play the role as the bad girl. And this is my first US tour, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, that's exciting. So where have you performed then before?
So I've been in the show for 2 years now, and I've been lucky to pretty much kind of go everywhere. We've been to South Africa, Israel, Russia, Ukraine, Canada, China, but this is the first time that I've been in the US performing.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. And what is it like for you, this whole experience overall, that you've been so many places as well? That's, wow, amazing.
Yeah, I love it. It's really nice to see the world doing something that you love doing.
Exactly. And then tell us a little bit more about, like we said, the storyline of the whole, like everybody that's going to come out tonight, what can they expect?
So it's a good versus evil story with kind of like a love story intertwined in it. So the bad girl's trying to get the belt off of the Lord the entire time. So she's tempting him and trying to distract him, trying to steal it away from him. But in the end, the story is that good always wins, good always prevails.
That's great. Oh my goodness. And everybody as well as us are very excited for the show tonight. We're excited. So tell us a little bit about like the hair makeup process and the costumes and all of that. Fill us in on that.
Yeah, so we have a good 2 hours before the show to get ready. We do our own hair and our own makeup. We give ourselves enough time then about an hour before the show to be fully ready and then warm up ourselves, stretch, and get ready.
Great.
Yeah.
And then go ahead and tell us also the rehearsal process. What was it like working with Michael Flatley?
It's really good. It's intense, but we spend a good 5 hours a day training and kind of getting the show where it needs to be every night. So it's intense, but it's a good kind of intense.
And then tell us also, so when did you start dancing? At what age?
I started dancing at age 3. So I've been dancing for a good while now, but I've only been in the show for 2 years.
For 2 years. What about the tour life? What is that like for you, daily tour life? Tell us about that, Phyllis.
Yeah, it's hard being away from home sometimes, but we've all kind of formed a little family on tour, so it's really rewarding and satisfying being together and working to make the show as good as it can possibly be every day.
And do you get nervous performing every night or no?
No, I get adrenaline rushes, but not really nervous anymore.
Oh, that's good. And then tell us, like, obviously, like, do you look at the audience at all? Is there time to look at the audience, or like, do you kind of not focus there? Or
no, we try to really look out to the audience and kind of draw them into the show. Especially with my role, I try to find people that I can play with in the audience and try to find them, and it just adds to the character, really.
I'm Zoltan Pap, and I'm one of the bad guys in the show.
And we're here today at Ruth Eckerd Hall for Flatley's Lord of the Dance, and we're very excited. So tell us a little bit about the storyline. What can everybody expect for tonight's show?
Well, the story is about a fight between good and evil, but it's been changed a couple of times in the past few years, just to make it more interesting than the original story. Basically, Lord of the Dance has the belt, you know, that I am, the Dark Lord, is trying to get, and he's got a little helper, like a spirit character, and the audience gets into her dream, and the story is followed through her dream, and I'm trying to take the Lord down and get his belt. And then if you want to know what happens, then you're gonna have to come and see the show.
Exciting. And then tell us a little bit about your rehearsals. So, like, to go and perform every night, what is that like for you?
Well, that's our life, basically. We do travel a lot, you know, when we are on tour, so we try to minimize, but we always have to rehearse a lot on tour. Even before the shows, we always go on different stages. We have to set up the whole show and every single stage, which is different. So we have to go through like this lineup thing that, you know, where we all set up all the numbers. But apart from that, even today, we are drilling, so we make sure we clean up the steps and they are all perfect and nice and tidy. And basically we travel so much that that's all we can do, always on tour. But when we are not on tour, and let's say we prepare for something big, then we go on rehearsals for like 2-3 weeks, and then we just work all day.
And then tell us, how many of you are there total? How many dancers?
Well, tonight the people will see 35 dancers.
And how did you guys get chosen, like, to come to America? Are you guys, like, this is your home base of everybody, or how many is there totally, like, Lord of the Dance overall?
Well, at the moment, this is the touring troupe. But sometimes, like, we're going to be going to Taiwan in December, and there's going to be 90 dancers.
Oh, my goodness. Now tell us, obviously, about Michael Flatley. We want to know about him being, like, you know, creating the show and everything like that. Tell us about him.
Well, I think I've been working with a lot of creators, choreographers in my life, but I think he gave me the biggest motivation in my life. And when I joined him, it was a long time ago, 13 years ago. He gave me so much energy and power to work even harder. And I think the best part of him is that whenever whoever works with him, he brings the best out of everybody. And just even being with him in the same room gives you so much energy and so much will and power.
Oh,
and
well, thank you
motivation.
so much. And everybody needs to come out to Ruth Eckerd Hall tonight to see Flatley's Lord of the Dance because we are very excited to be there and we're going to see it tonight. So we hope to see you guys there as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.